Helldivers 2 has released its 10th premium Warbond, and as they go, I'd say it ranks as one of the better ones, specifically for the new primary weapon it comes with. I'll be talking about that as well as all the other new things in the Warbond, and discussing how useful I found each one. The theme of this Warbond is killing yourself. We have armor that explodes, a gun that burns you while firing it, a mini nuke launcher, and a literal backpack nuke. Starting with what I think has taken the spot as the best primary weapon in the game is the Double-Edge Scythe. This has medium armor penetration, good damage, good fire rate, good accuracy, unlimited ammo, and lasts way longer than the normal scythe before the heat sink burns out. Its major downside is that it burns you to death if you fire it for more than a few seconds, but this can be avoided by wearing fire resistance armor and equipping the vitality booster. This will allow you to ignore all the damage until it reaches its maximum heat level where it sets you on fire. Of course, you are wearing fire res armor, so you have plenty of time to dive, extinguishing it while changing the heat sink out to refresh it. This makes the weapon the longest firing primary weapon available to us. I've tested against bots, bugs, and the squids. The long fire rate easily deals with voteless and hunters. The armor penetration quickly breaks devastators, scout striders, and overseers. It can strip harvester shields, the back of hulks, and the turrets on the front of factory striders. So if you use the right armor and the boosters, I believe this is the single most versatile gun in the game currently. While other weapons might do specific things better, I think as an all-around weapon, this is the best one. Moving on to another great unlock in this Warbond is the Ultimatum. This fires a single grenade with the equivalent explosion of a precision strike. This is by far the most powerful handheld weapon we currently have, and it only takes up your secondary slot. The projectile falls very quickly, so the range is short, and it takes some practice getting used to its arc to hit what you're aiming at. But it will one-shot tanks, chargers, factories, and anything else that an orbital can normally destroy. Even structures like jammers and detection towers can be destroyed with a single grenade. Now, unlike the grenade pistol, which was largely used as a support weapon for closing bug holes or for knocking over scouts, this weapon with its lack of ammo, short range, and huge explosion makes it a pure anti-tank weapon. Bringing this, along with thermite grenades, makes me wonder if I need to bring along a dedicated support weapon for every mission. Speaking of grenades, we have the new Seeker. These grenades home in on the closest target when you throw it. Personally, I don't like them very much. The damage isn't significant enough to take out mediums with a single grenade, let alone a heavy, and the lock-on feature isn't really needed for hordes. The problem is, there are just so many better options for grenades. For hordes, taking a gas grenade or napalm grenade would be better. Even the default frag would be better, as you get 5 instead of 4. And for anti-tank, there's nothing better than a thermite grenade. The most use I got out of these was throwing them at flying overseers or making heavy devastators drop their shield for a second. But even then, I knew that having a different grenade would have been more useful. The new armor gives us a martyrdom perk, exploding after you die. This is very funny if you're standing next to your team. Is it good? Not in the slightest. The point of armor passives is to keep you alive or to increase your damage output in some way. This does neither. It only gives you a few extra hunter kills after they swarm you to death. But I guess that still is more useful than the conduit armor. Speaking of blowing yourself up, the final new item is a literal backpack hellbomb. You can carry it on your back and activate it at any time by pressing 5, causing it to explode after 10 seconds. You can drop it after activating, but you better run away quickly. This is great for taking out factory striders or large bases if you're able to get close, making a decent automaton weapon. Ultimately, you're giving up a shield, a drone, or supply backpack for a nuke. It also takes 3 minutes to get a new one, which is a pretty long time for a single-use stratagem. It's very fun to use, but it's only marginally useful. Now that's about it for this Warbond. The new primary weapon, when used correctly, is God tier, and the mini nuke launcher is a great tank killing option. The helmet cosmetics are also nice. The backpack nuke's a little bit of fun, and the armor, don't bring it. While I wouldn't rank it as the best Warbond overall, it certainly is one of the better ones we've had in a while. If you've enjoyed watching, make sure you leave a like. I'll be posting an armor tier list soon, as well as going over all the new changes in the upcoming anniversary update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.